Step this way, lovers of the loathsome, as I lead you into my cave of lurking shadows and demonic dabblings. Gather round the cauldron while I boil up a beastly brew I call. In the mind's eye, my thoughts like fires in the cities. Shadows and red embrace the same.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Half-Assed Reviews from Hell from the guys at Descent into Horror Hell. I am your man Ghoul.
I'm Skidgo. What's going on?
Today we're talking about the newest release from Unearthed Films. As everybody knows, Bouquet of Guts and Gore. We got Bloodshock. The next installment is Songs of Solomon. So we're going to do a little review for you here.
Hell yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely check this one out.
You're missing out, man.
This is the Exorcism film of 2018.
Absolutely.
But without further ado, let's kick into this. Let's kind of talk about the film in general. The film basically revolves around a story of a girl named Mary, Pelamodi, whatever.
Played by the great Jessica Cameron.
Absolutely, one of her greatest, I think, roles up to this point.
She was really good in The Sleeper, another movie I really liked.
Truth or Dare. But yeah, basically this starts off with Mary up in a room in a cabin, which was filmed in Florida.
Yeah, I believe Florida.
In the summer months, of course.
It was very hot from what I hear.
Great time in the summer, you know.
Yeah.
But basically it takes place, her father, who played by Stephen Byro, comes upstairs trying to plead with her, you know, and the demon. And probably one of the coolest kills, and most original, I think, what was it, Colombian
necktie, that's what they called it.
Great name for that. Basically cuts his throat and rips his tongue out through it.
Stephen Byro, the man Unearthed Films himself. The director of the film as well.
So it basically starts off from there, and then as the movie progresses, different priests are brought in to try to exorcise this demon.
I think she goes through 4, don't she?
4 of them, yep.
Shit.
First one, of course, as we talk about,
Jim Van
Bebber and Scott Gabby plays Father Blake.
Yep.
Van Bebber plays Father Blake as they come
Van Bebber's
in.
Father Blake, yep.
And they come in and they try to exorcise this demon and bring in these gold Bibles. And actually the coolest thing is they actually, you know, everybody thinks that this is set in one, you know, cabin. But realistically David McMahon's character, the priest he goes out and finds all these different priests, and he goes out to this, I don't know, not cemetery, but
Van Bebber's was Warlock Mansion in Florida.
Yes, and he goes out and he has to recruit him.
Very
and says,
cool
okay,
location.
So they go on location for this, and
all these awesome statues everywhere.
It kind of reminds me of like Cemetery Man.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
Van Bebber has a great entrance. Like he
just walks
totally
in. Yeah. So he comes in, and him and Scott Gabby's character come in, and they try to exorcise the demon out of Mary, and
they try, man. They try.
And it's really cool, a cool twist on it, because they have this, like, this demon actually takes mind control almost, like a scanners type thing, where they kind of overtake the mind and cause self-harm to themselves.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of a cool take on possession, because it's not just, because usually all the possession films you see, it's always the person who's possessed is harming themselves, cutting themselves, and stabbing themselves, whatever. But this one does something totally a 180, and it causes the priest to harm themselves. But anyways, there's about this...
Or Jim Van Bebber, eyes...
the street trash homage to this.
Street trash homage. It's the best way to describe it.
So good.
He melts.
But of course we have the golden Bibles, which they're reading from, and the Latin.
Absolutely.
And I know, you want to talk about the Latin, that...
Yeah, man, Jessica Cameron, like, when she wasn't in front of the camera, she was off shoot, like, just reading her lines, learning Latin, and just a real trooper. It takes a lot.
Yeah,
to read Latin is not easy.
Yeah, this movie is one of those that is based out of truth and actual exorcisms.
And another thing I want to say is all the costumes. I'm not even gonna say costumes. Like the wardrobe, everything was 100% authentic. Stephen Byro himself collected all these artifacts, antiques, wardrobe, whatnot. And that's really what made the film stand out and make it really a real product. Because this is all authentic stuff, you know. Yeah. Big Hollywood shit wouldn't fucking do that. They'd just be like,
they'd find some
whatever, they fucking go, yeah,
exactly.
But Stephen Byro, man, he fucking made this all authentic, and it really shows.
So after, you know, Jim Van Bever's character and Scott Gabby's character, as they both die, and you know, you know, he has
very
to go,
horrible deaths.
He has to go out and find another priest, which would be played by Gene Palabiki.
And if we butchered that last name, we're sorry.
We're not the first.
But we know he's the guitarist for one of our favorite bands, Angel Corpse.
Oh yeah.
One thing, I mean, I gotta say, you know, the Fulci homage, Jeremiah Cruz's Fulci homage.
Easily one of the best. Yes.
Count 6 minute scene. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. A fucking 6-minute scene of an upchuck. The whole intestinal tract. If anyone's ever seen City of Living Dead, aka Gates of Hell, Lucio Fulci, you know what I'm talking about. You know what the homage was for it.
But the thing about what made this interesting is
6 minutes.
It just didn't come out. She ate it again.
Yeah. She ate it again. I'm gonna need these for later.
And you know the thing is though, it's like you would think it would stop at her upchucking the insides. But at the same point, she inhales them again, and that just adds a whole nother level of grossness and just awesomeness and a special effects, because this is stuff that hasn't been done. I mean, an exorcism film has been done numerous thousand times. But at the same time, they just add their own element of gore and different ideas of, you know, gore. Marcus Cook. And
when you got Marcus Cook and Jeremiah Cruz working together, man.
You're talking about American Guinea Pig, Bloodshock, and Bouquet of Guts and Gore mixed with Red Sin Tower and August Underground.
Absolutely.
You put those two together, you're asking for... Now, we always thought that the
autopsy effects and toe tag effects.
Absolutely. And we thought the best thing would be if you get Brian Paulin from Morbid Visions put it on this. Maybe someday in the future, Steven.
Try it, Steven.
But yeah, moving on to get to the fourth priest.
Gene tried his best with Mary, but unfortunately he failed.
Yeah, and you know...
And he kind of meant his own demise in quite a cinematic way.
So Andy Winton, plays the last final priest that comes in, and he's the no bullshit guy.
Fourth priest!
And he just says, you know what, enough is enough.
Yeah.
And
I want this demon out of you!
And he comes in, and he does his whole bag of tricks, and again, the whole mind trick comes in. But this, of course, comes into... He totally voids all beliefs, and basically there's a scene at the end which, you know, if there's spoilers in here, so what? If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry, but you know what, sometimes you just gotta, if you really want to get in depth with the film,
you gotta see it.
But basically he has his way with the demon, which is exactly what you wanted, and
if he doesn't, and if the priest does not exorcise the victim, he too is condemned to hell, and he loses his soul. So there's a lot riding on this. And the last priest does his best with what he has,
but it's just not enough.
It's just not enough, man.
Yeah. And even even the baby scene is like one of the coolest. The realistic baby and all this stuff. It's one of those movies that I guess when you watch it, you know, you see things and okay, you're getting the allure of it, but you watch it a second, third, fourth, fifth, ninth time, and you pick up different things. And you know, even the behind the scenes on this, which
I think they call that scene the baby razor blade hands.
Yeah, that was all Jeremiah Cruz. Yeah, that was actually.
And Marcus and Jeremiah, if memory serves me right, from what I heard, they were under that bed. Jeremiah built that bed.
Yeah, it's on the behind the scenes.
Yeah, they built that bed. And you know, as much gore is on screen up top, Jeremiah and Marcus are getting soaked underneath, and I wish there were footage of that, man, because that'd be great. They're like, from what I hear, man,
real
they were
troopers.
They were troopers, but they live for this shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I mean, this movie got a lot of acclaim in the underground scene. I mean, as soon as you hear American Guinea Pig, you're instantaneously, if you've seen the movies, you're a big fan already, even if the movie hasn't come out yet. And, you know, from seeing that, you know, hearing a lot of stuff when this was at film festivals and stuff, people
Stages
walking out.
Film Festival, man. People were terrified of Stephen Byro.
And
people were walking out, they didn't even want to talk to him, man.
And it's
like, this is blasphemy!
But, you know, when you've got a film like this that really pushes the envelope in today's, you know, era of horror films,
nothing smokes this, man.
You cannot. This is like
this is real horror.
This is the top of exorcism films as far as I'm concerned.
This was a real treat.
There's no CGI. There's no computer bullshit.
Fuck CGI, man. This is the real deal. This is an art. Autopsy, toe tag effects. That is the real deal. Great direction by Stephen Byro. All the cast was top notch, in my opinion.
This is definitely.
This is a treat for fans of horror, such as myself and Ghoul. We love this shit. We live for this shit. We bleed for this fucking shit. Yeah. And this movie was a complete, utter treat.
So in our case, I give this easily out of 5 Ghouls. I give this a 5. And Skid Gores, you want to give this one?
Out of Skid Gores, I give it a solid 5 as well. Stephen Byro, you fucking did it again, bro. Marcus Cook, Jeremiah Cruz, everybody
Jessica
else
Cameron,
involved.
David McMahon, Annie Winton, Gene
Ghoul, I was butchers the name.
Scott,
the Angel Corpse guy.
Van Bever. I mean, everybody that's involved in this movie, and there's plenty more. Keep the work up, guys. You're doing an awesome job.
Looking forward to Sacrifice coming out soon.
Sacrifice will be coming out. We'll do a review for that one as well. Absolutely. So from Descent into Horror Hell, I am Ghoul.
And I'm Skid Gore. Thank you, Stephen Byro. Hail Unearthed Films. Hail True Horror on Descent into Horror Hell. Keep the real shit.
Your mother asked me to come speak with you. I understand you're having difficulties after the passing of your father.
No.
We have a young woman possessed. She needs your help.
All of the possessed need our help. I'm not putting my soul in jeopardy again.
For this, you will.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Sometimes I dream of horses, but mostly just nightmares of college exams.